Welcome to the 11th Annual Middle East Conference at London Business School. We are incredibly excited to welcome you today to an array and diverse range of speakers who will be discussing the reemergence of the sustainable economy. My name is Thariam Arshad, and I will be your host during the conference. The Middle East is a region that has remained very close to my heart, having grown up in several different countries, including Iran, Libya, Egypt, and the UAE. And especially during this critical time in its history, platforms like these and thought leadership from the types of people that you will be meeting today are of critical importance. To begin, I'd like to cover a few logistical items. Some of you might be wondering how to get on the Wi-Fi network. The network's name is London Business. When you look for it, it's the full London and then business, and the password is case sensitive, LDN, capital business, capital B, and then BUSINN, E55, not SS, 55. If you have any trouble or any questions, please look out for any members of the organizing committee who are wearing a blue tag. And we would encourage and like for you to tweet your comments or your questions or any of your insights during the conference with the hashtag LBSMEC. If any of the speakers, however, request for confidentiality, then we ask that you refrain from tweeting. Without further ado, I'd like to begin by introducing Hazem Hayani, who is the co-chair of the Middle East Conference. He is a student at London Business School and has been incredibly devoted to putting this event together for you.
Hi. Dear distinguished guests, Sir Andrew, speakers, family and friends, good morning and welcome to the London Business School 11th Middle East Conference. I'm honored today representing the London Business School Middle East Club in this year's conference. This year, 2013, is probably one of the most important years of the recent Arab history. Today, our region is facing an increasing tension as a result of the unfinished Arab Spring. Uncertainty and resignation are, unfortunately, already part of our lives. Countries like Libya went through and now are building a stronger country. However, countries like Syria are lost in the middle of nowhere with an uncertain future. Such tension is having an impact in different economies of the region as well as of millions of lives. It's unavoidable that political instability will affect the way business is done and understood in the region. But optimism must prevail, and inshallah, very soon, a stronger Middle East will re-emerge based on a sustainable economy that will locate our region where it deserves. This is the rationale behind this year's theme, the re-emergence of a sustainable economy. It's our duty as future business Middle Eastern leaders to organize an event like the one we are having today, to analyze and to share the key drivers that will lead us to a sustainable economy. To do so, we are counting today with an incredible list of speakers. All of them have built an outstanding reputation during successful careers in different areas. The event consists of 4 keynote speakers and 2 panels with an exciting lineup. The speakers today will touch upon growth opportunities, turnaround companies, the rise in entrepreneurship, and the diversification of investments, all pillars required for the reemergence of a sustainable economy. This year's event is the biggest yet in terms of venue size, number of attendees, and number of keynote speakers, thanks to many people. First, our sponsors. This conference would not be possible without Bush & Company, who has continued to support this conference annually. David, you are here today. Thank you so much for your support. Also to additional sponsors, such as the Roots Group, which is an example of a well-managed company in the region. Also, thanks to Société Générale Private Banking, which one more time shows its commitment to the Middle East. I would also like to thank our exclusive broadcast partner, Al Arabiya News Channel, and the whole coverage we have been provided during this last month, and also our strategic and event partners. Secondly, I want to thank one more time the school, today represented here by Sir Andrew, for their support and their continued commitment to the Middle East region. Thank you so much, Sir Andrew. And finally, I'm here talking on behalf of a fantastic team of MBA students, a group of talented people that worked extremely hard to make this conference a success. They deserve, as much as I do, to be here talking today. This fantastic team is composed by Tariq Salhab, Hamdi Al-Zaim, Mohammed Makki, Dalal Al-Reyes, Nicholas Mason, our non-Middle Eastern member team, Maher Al-Mahdiyat, and Ahmed Al-Juburi, and a big team of volunteers. To all of you, gratitude for contributing to our school and our region. We are confident that the event will be fascinating, productive, and enjoyable, filled with inspirational speech and stimulating discussions. Now, I would like to introduce to you our beloved Dean, Sir Andrew Lickerman, the Dean of London Business School. Thank you so much.
Well, good morning and an extremely warm welcome to the 11th Annual Middle East Day. I'm delighted to see so many people here today, and I'm particularly pleased to have His Highness Sheikh Mohammed Maktoum Rashid Al Maktoum, who is head of the Commercial and Economy Department of the UAE Embassy in the UK, with us here today. We're lucky enough, and I think this is the first conference I've ever been in which has used the landmark hotel for a London Business School conference. Just for those of you who don't know it, this was a hotel built by the railway company in 1899, which brought Marylebone Station as the last major station into London, and this was their flagship hotel. And you can see it's very magnificently done. The later history was not quite so dramatic. It was taken over as a convalescent home during both World Wars, and then became the headquarters of the UK railway system for a period after that. And it's now a hotel restored to its former magnificence. It is also owned, apropos this conference, by a Qatari interest, I must tell you. So there's a connection already with the conference. Last year's conference looked at the way forward for the region in the wake of the Arab Spring. And this year, it'll be looking at the re-emergence of a sustainable economy and focus on two elements in particular, investment and entrepreneurship, subjects very close to the heart of the London Business School. The caliber of today's speakers and participants is a real testament to the hard work of the students who organised the conference, as well as the interest in the subject to be discussed today. So, what links does the London Business School have to the region? For those who are not familiar with the school, 6 years ago, we launched our first campus outside London in Dubai, and we were the first leading business school to offer a program of this kind in the region. Others have followed. This was a testament to the school's belief in the strategic importance of the region, as you've already heard. And over 400 professionals from across the Middle East and further afield have already graduated from our executive MBA program there. They represent 58 nationalities, including from as far afield as Australia, South Korea, and Senegal, so not just local. And we've also been very pleased indeed about the participation of women. This has varied from class to class, from between 5 and 22%, but this is something we are very keen to encourage. This year we have 104 students on our degree programs there, from countries including Algeria, Bahrain, Egypt, Iran, Jordan, Kuwait, Morocco, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Tunisia, and the UAE. And our alumni and students throughout the region are involved in the Gulf Association. This has a group of about 800, and this supports the school's efforts in the region, as well as acting as a network for those working in the region. And it runs an increasing number of high-profile events with visiting faculty and a regular series of breakfast events with corporate leaders. The school also is very active in the region in executive education. We have major clients, including Saudi Aramco, SABIC, and Oman Oil, and I believe we are on the verge of a new contract, which I think looks like being the largest contract ever in the history of the London Business School in executive education. I can't tell you what it is yet because we haven't signed it, and I'm a cautious man. Our aim for the London Business School's Dubai Centre is not only to add to the success of the region, but also to help actively in the development of the region by providing business and management insights and the tools necessary for economic growth. I should also say that we are very interested in what's going on in the region, so this is not just a one-way flow. As far as we're concerned, we're interested to learn from what is going on there. very much as part of our global approach to management education. If I just give you a couple of examples of faculty working on issues in the region, my colleague in the accounting area, Lakshman Shivakumar, he wrote a paper last year on the question of whether the adoption of international financial reporting standards would improve foreign investment and economic growth in Egypt and Tunisia following the Arab Spring. Our alumni are also doing some very interesting things in the region and having, according to our mission statement, very much an impact in the region. I can give you just two examples of that. One is Yassim Mohammed Al-Zabi. He's a graduate of the Dubai Ember program, and he sits on the board of a UAE-based satellite communications company. They successfully launched their first satellite into orbit in 2011 when Yassim was chief executive, and that put the UAE among a select group of nations to have done so. Ulrika Hedlund, on the other hand, who graduated in September 2011, has always been fascinated by technology, and studying with the London Business School allowed her to consider alternative career options. So on graduation, she resigned from their company, which was Microsoft, and launched her own company in Dubai, and that enables business professionals worldwide to work more efficiently with technology by providing them with easy-to-follow complementary video tutorials. So I hope that illustrates the fact that our commitment is not just in terms of education, but also in the impact that our education has. Before I introduce you to this morning's keynote speaker, I'd like to say, if I may, a few thank yous. First of all, to the speakers and panelists for traveling a long way to be here, other than the gentleman I've just talked to now, who traveled from just around the corner, but thank you too for coming. Can I just echo, though, very much the previous introduction to us in terms of thanks to our sponsors. As has already been said, without their support, this would not have been possible. We are really grateful for what they have done for this conference. And finally, can I just add a big thank you to the Middle East Club, to those named already today for their efforts in putting the conference together. They have worked extremely hard to come together, and it's great pleasure for me to be able to come here today and say thank you. On all our behalf, can I say thank you to you and the organizing team?